Hi, welcome back to my cooking show. Today I'm going to show you how to make broccoli beef. So the first thing that I would like to share with you is you can actually use any type of beef that you like. Today I'm using beef loin tri-tip steak. And what it looks like is it looks like this. But I wanted to show you that make sure you cut off all the fat. Any unedible, you need to take it off. And once you shred it, it looks like this. And the technique to make my beef, the reason why I said you can use any beef that you like, any cut, is because to make it tender, what my mom showed me is you use ginger juice. So this is what a ginger looks like. You would clean it, peel it, and you would grate it just like if you were grating cheese. And when you're done, this is what it looks like, and you would just use the juice, which I already done so on this beef, and then you would mix it really well. Preferably if you can soak or make sure that the juice gets on the beef about 30 seconds to a minute before you cook, that's good. But you don't want it to leave it too long because otherwise your beef will be too tender. So the other ingredients is I'm going to use broccoli, and if you only want to use broccoli and no other vegetable, that's okay too. But I want to encourage you to use other vegetables, whatever you have available in your refrigerator, because what I try to do is I'm trying to encourage my children and my family to eat more vegetable. So I'm going to incorporate asparagus, mushroom, bell pepper, onion, which is the yellow onion, and green onions, and cilantro. Now if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to add it. Also, I'm going to use garlic. So right now, my oil, I have about 3 tablespoons of oil in my pan right now, and it is ready to go. So I'm going to fry my beef first. And while this is frying, I'm going to turn on the fan. I'm going to season it with garlic, and red pepper, dried pepper. This is just to make it a little bit more seasoned to the meat. Turn on my heat up because now that the pan is really hot, it's starting to cool down, so I'm turning it up a little bit. And just a pinch of salt because I'm going to add some other seasoning. And you let the beef cook. Just a few minutes, not too long. Takes a while because we have a gas stove, so it's really good, but it takes a little bit more time than an electric. Now that my beef is really cooking, I can start seasoning it more. I'm going to start with soy sauce. And then I'm going to add my broccoli. And then add the asparagus. Stir a little bit. Some people like to blanch their broccoli first. I prefer not to because sometimes when I do that, the broccoli tends to overcook. So I prefer to just watch it and cook it in one step. I'm going to add the onions, the sweet onion, the bell pepper, the soy sauce that I use, I only put in 1 tablespoon, but after it's cooked, you can take a taste, and if you like, you can add a little bit more soy sauce, which I think I will because I don't think I have enough. So I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce. Just like so. And then now I'm ready to add my mushroom. So as you can see, this is a very colorful dish. It has all your vegetables and it's very colorful. And as it cooks itself, I'm going to cover it and let everything steam. So I'm going to let it steam for about maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And then I'll stir it again. And the final touch will be the oyster sauce. And also I have some cornstarch. In here is about 1/2 cup of water with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. That will thicken the sauce. But we will do this at the very end. Right now we're trying to let the broccoli, the mushroom, the bell pepper cook. So let's see how it is. It's about a minute. I need to cook it a little bit more because it's not thoroughly cooked yet. So I'm going to add the oyster sauce now, and then I'll cover it back up. This is about 1 tablespoon, but I may need a little bit because I have a lot of vegetable in here today. So I want to make sure that my vegetables are seasoned well, taste really good, and the oyster sauce and the soy sauce really helps. So I'm going to add a little bit oyster sauce because I think today I have a lot of vegetable and I want to make sure my vegetable tastes good. So maybe just 1/2 teaspoon or maybe even 1/4 teaspoon. If it doesn't taste right at the end, you can always add. But once you put too much, it's hard to take it back. So I always start small. It is about right now. Everything is cooked really well now. So I'm going to add my last step, which is to thicken the sauce. Oh, actually I want to add the green onions now. And the cornstarch with water. And which is about 1/2 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Then now I'm just letting it thicken and we're done. You see how quick and easy this is to make broccoli beef with mushroom, bell pepper, and asparagus? Your family will love this dish because it's so delicious. It's so good for you. It has a lot of vegetable. It's colorful. So it's a really, really delicious dish. I'm ready now. Everything is ready. I wish that you could be here. The aroma is so delicious. So everything is done. And if you want to at this point, you can add black pepper, which I'm not going to because it's already, I already have a lot of seasoning in here, so this is good enough. So I'm going to show you how to plate it. You know, you always wonder, how did they make the rice stand out so pretty? So my little trick is I put some rice in a plastic cup, then I turn it over, so it's really pretty. And then now I'm going to plate it for you. So this is asparagus, broccoli, bell pepper, beef with onions. See how colorful it is? And then you can add a little bit more of the red pepper to garnish it, and cilantro on top. There you have it. Rice, asparagus, broccoli, beef.